CD Projekt Red.
Oh no.
All right. Check this out.
2.
What's happening here? From a programming point of view, is that just like the model by default is like that, and just like an animation script or whatever is not loading or something? Why are they all T-posed? That'd be my guess, I guess. All right. If people wanted to do this, this is all you have to do, okay? Are you ready? Here's your $10 trillion idea, okay? You're welcome, gaming industry, all right? You're welcome. If you want to sell games that are like this, all you need to do is in the future release a sobriety DLC. And as part of your story, always just say the character is like permanently like fucking tripping balls on like fucking acid or some shit. And then you can say like, oh, well, here you go. Like a year after release, we've released like the sober DLC. So if you want to see what the world looks like if your character wasn't tripping on acid the whole time, this is what it's like. And there you go. Boom. There it is. All of it's explained away. You're good.
We put so much work into making sure that the CD...
3D artist here. Yeah, models loaded are in default pose when there is absolutely no animation loaded. Though this is not always the case. Sometimes the model is modeled in a pose with arms lowered because of the low poly model. TF2 models, for example.
Thanks.
It was the best. We just really wanted to make sure that those people that live in the Night City, they're real.
I don't understand. This must have been the Godfather side arc or whatever? No, that's no side mission or anything, Destiny. Wait, what? That one was? That was the little reference to the Godfather, I think.
Like this in a game. I've not ever really seen this before.
People complained about Cyberpunk not being a good critique of capitalism, and they don't realize that the marketing and development cycle of Cyberpunk was itself the critique of capitalism. Bonus meme, Peppo Turkey.
That, the true meta take. A lot of the guy's criticisms though are like not fair. Like this right here, isn't this just a 9 3/4 reference from Harry Potter? Question mark? Are these clips representative of what the game's like most of the time? Apparently on PC it's not that bad. And this is probably exaggerating the PS4 experience, but I mean it was pretty bad on PS4. It was bad enough that like on the Xbox 360 and the PS4, the game got pulled officially.
Is this the new RTX really
wait, this is on PC? Oh. Oh, wait, no, wait, people are saying no, it's not. Wait, why did you guys say this is PC? Hold on, wait, like 5 people typed Picklemancer, Mickey, Notrea. Why were you guys all saying this is on PC? It is PC, look at the controls on the bottom left. Oh wait, this is on PC. Wait, why were you other guys saying no, it's not on PC? It is, it says TVX. Wait, what the fuck? Why was everyone saying it wasn't on PC? Wait, what is wrong with you guys? You guys are saying I'm the one that has ADHD not paying attention. What the fuck? Suspect Sushi joined the Proud Boys? Did he really? Also, wait, what's the name of the #1 vaporware fucking project of all time? It's raised like over $100 million.
It's a compilation, dumb fucks. Most of the clips are PC and some of them are console.
Star Citizen. Do you think that's going to be more disappointing than this?
On Xbox Series X and PS5.
Those of you who are familiar with the way we make games know that we won't ship something which is not ready.
And of course, we are looking very close.
Why did this ship when they knew how fucked it was on console? Why? What did they think was going to happen? That's what I'm curious about.
And optimizing right now the FPS.
We've both just played a 4-hour session of Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm getting to play Cyberpunk 2077 tomorrow.
The 3 of us just played 4 hours of Cyberpunk each.
A 4-hour full-on experience of the first part of the game.
So here's one picture where they have
a bunch of computers just decked out.
First off, wow.
It was fucking awesome.
I'm really excited.
There's so much. There is so much to do.
I was absolutely blown away with the experience.
I had my doubts given the trailer and how good it looked.
Hold on, wait, real quick. People are saying that these people lied. Oftentimes, what happens is that when game devs want to make a demo, that demo is created specifically for that demo, for that experience. So like, I'm totally inventing some shit, and there might be some program here that's really mad because I'm not exactly right, but like, this might be an example of what I'm talking about, right? They might have like, this is the full world, okay? In order to do like the entire world, you might need to stream data off of a hard drive at like 100 megabytes per second, okay? I'm inventing these figures, right? But they might be able to use, in a little tutorial, they might be able to have like a small part where you interact with far less things. There are far less scripts running on the NPCs. There might be way less assets to load. There might be less detailed assets and things in the background. You've got like level of detail loading and shit. You might only need to stream data off of, and I'm just doing off of one thing, at 10 megabytes per second, right? It is entirely possible that they could take this vertical slice of the game right here and then have you run through that for 4 hours, and it actually is like perfect. Everything works fine. Everything loads fine. There's no texture pop in. There's no animation glitching. There's no weird script. Everything works fine, because they've hyper fucking tailored that one like 4 hour experience to work. But that, just because this works doesn't mean that same engine is going to be able to handle everything on the hardware that you get later. Sorry, real quick. So now these guys might be full of shit. That would be surprising to me if they were, because they would obviously look really bad if they were fucking lying when it comes out later. But yeah, this is why you never, ever take you always take a demo version for like with a huge grain of salt, because you don't know.
We want to continue to give you a closer look at the game running on console. Since going gold, the team at CD Projekt Red has continued to work on Cyberpunk, addressing bugs and glitches and enhancing the gameplay.
Dude, I can't imagine the pain as a company of like, just like mentally. I guess it's a company, so it's not just one mind, but like, imagine releasing something and you've collected 90% of the revenue that you're going to get from it, and then you still have to dump so much money into labor to try to like get it up to like snuff, or get it up, that's the same, right? Get it up, bring it up to snuff, get it like to actually like make it a playable experience. It's got to be so mentally draining as like an investor or as like somebody funding it or whatever, where it's like, oh my God, like, we've made all the money and now we still have to pour so much more money into like actually like finishing it. It's got to be so demotivating.
So what do you want? Supercar? Big house? You want to rule this city? Well, you ain't getting anywhere without an upgrade. You need a softer touch. Stronger's fine, because taking over Night City ain't gonna be easy.
See you in the major leagues, Jack.
Drop that iron. Let's talk.
No, you assholes won't take me alive.
Tarby Somaklava, $10. It's a bit cheaper to do pure bug fixing. A lot of the dev cost comes from the asset creation / implementation, since that's generally more resource intensive and requires multiple arms of the dev team.
I disagree. I think that bug fixing is cheap if you're just like putting out fires, like fixing small bugs, but I don't think, it doesn't seem like, based on everything I've seen, at least in the consoles, it doesn't seem like this was just bug fixing. It feels like they probably had to do like radical reworks of the city, either how many assets they loaded, or do like some like under the hood, like actual tweaking of the engine to get it, because it seems like there are big parts of this game that are broken. I don't think that this is just, it doesn't seem like, from what I've looked at least, I haven't played it on console, so I guess I'm talking a little bit of my ass, but it doesn't seem like this is just a matter of running around bug fixing. Like, yeah, they don't have to pay for everything to be remade from the ground up, but like depending upon how much tweaking they have to do and depending on how big the scope of that project is, I think that this is going to be, it seems it's probably more, significantly more expensive than just bug fixing, right? Like bug fixing is like, as much as I fucking hate them, bug fixing is probably what happens like in Bethesda games, right? Where it's like some NPC falls through the fucking map because you fucked up some collision somewhere, or the way that the fucking texture loads or the order or something is dumb, right? That's like a bug fix. This game seems like they were trying to get Mill! Wait!
What?
Your phone is here. Do you need this?
No, that's not the phone.
How many phones do you have?
3.
You have 3 phones? Okay. Alright, bye Mill. Don't get trafficked, okay?
Steve.
I love you. Bye. The problem is that the base consoles have hard disk drives and the game needs an SSD for the streaming. On an HDD, it just falls apart because you can't load stuff like Collision in time. Most of the PC clips here are probably also from HDD. Okay. I am open to being wrong. You know what, actually, I'm probably going to be wrong on this. But my understanding is that solid state drives, at least in the past, solid state drives weren't
understanding is that many of the
weren't really that much faster than hard disk drives. The main reason why an SSD benefits over a hard disk drive is because the SSD usually has like the ways that they excel were something called IOPS, so your instantaneous operations per second. The value in an SSD is that you didn't have to move a physical like platter around to find data on the disk. Like the seek time, the actual ability to find information on the disk is very quickly, but the actual sequential load and read, or the read and write sequential on an SSD isn't like an order of magnitude better than like a hard disk drive. Now that might have changed as of recently, or maybe like over the past few years, solid state drive sequential read and writes have gotten significantly faster, but I'm IP banning permanently people saying that I'm very wrong, because in the past that was absolutely correct, and you're banned forever for trying to contradict me, you zero experience having fucking degenerate. I shouldn't have tailored my message. I shouldn't have been so gentle. In the past, when SSDs were released, the sequential read and writes were maybe like 1.5 times better than the hard disk drives, but the IOPS was like an order of magnitude better. It was massively fucking faster. Now maybe as of recently, we can look. It might be as of recently the sequential read and writes have gotten a lot better. Why do you know this? Because back in the day I used to shop for, because back in the day I remember that I was considering at points in time, do I need, if I wanted to record locally all of my stuff, would an SSD be better than an HDD? And I think at one point in time, there used to be these old Raptor hard disk drives that were 10,000 RPM drives, and the sequential read and writes on those Raptor drives were still better than a lot of the earlier SSDs. Because the solid state drives, the way that they kicked ass was because their IOPS was so high, not the actual sequential read and writes. But that might be different now as of over the past 5 years. Maybe the tech has gotten a lot better. Oh, where the Raptor drives might have been 15K RPM, not 10K. Sorry. What was the old thing we used to use? Fraps, I think. I'm curious what the speed rating is on current drives, though. It might be these days that SSDs are just way better. Oh, so like the sustained write speed of this drive now is 372 megabytes per second, and then the sustained... Wait, why are you comparing a 2018 NVMe drive to a 2013? I don't know if they've gotten any faster, I guess. Maybe they haven't gotten any faster. If I'm looking for a hard disk drive... Fuck, what would I even look for? Okay, so the sustained write speed... Is this right? So the sustained... Okay, fuck, wait. I need to just look up benchmarks for everything because you guys are so wrong sometimes. It actually like drives me fucking crazy. So the sustained write speed on this 970 NVMe drive is 370 megabytes per second, and the sustained write speed on this is 127. So like the SSD is faster for sure, but like the huge gains on the SSD come from when you compare like seek time. This is like why they're kicking ass. Like the whole point of SSDs was never to like write and read data sequentially very fast. It's like the way that I believe it was usually measured was IOPS, and that's where you see like these gains where like the SSD is like 1,000 times faster. About 2 to 3 times is correct. It's not an order of magnitude, but it's still significant. Yeah, it's significant for sure. But the IOPS was like an order or 2 orders of magnitude better. But okay, but they might be better now anyway, regardless. I was just curious. What was my question going to be? Oh, because now my next question was going to be for the for the consoles, I thought that the newer consoles, had. It's all about non-sequential read and writes. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, I thought that the newer consoles had SSDs. So what happened? Never mind. I forget that every time they make a new game, it's got to be backwards compatible for at least 5 fucking years so they can sell the maximum amount of copies. Because these were meant for the PS4 and the Xbox One? Is that what it's called? It's really fucking annoying as a dev. We had to have Xbox 360 functionality for FIFA 19. It was a ton of work, especially since Microsoft doesn't even support the hardware anymore. Yeah, holy shit. Realistically, they should have scrapped the last gen version, just released PC Plus next gen, but that would have cut out like 50% of the market right there. Not only that, but I'm 100% positive that this project was probably started with these consoles in mind, and to just scrap that probably would have required a reworking of a whole bunch of shit. But does the game's coding differ depending on whether it was tailored towards a hard disk drive or a solid state drive? Absolutely. How fast you can stream data off the drive is probably going to be a huge factor in terms of like how you're designing the engine of the game, because what you can actually do, like how much you can load, how big your cities can be, the complexity of the fucking scripting for the NPCs and the details of the assets, and there's probably like a trillion different things that are going to depend upon like how fast can we get data from the drive onto the fucking screen, right? That's going to be a huge determining factor in terms of like what you can do, like the scope of your project. Another factor is when games are built for hard disk drives, you include a shitload of copies of each asset to reduce seek time. If you build for SSDs, you don't have to. Oh yeah, sure. Like placement on a disk is probably pretty important on a hard disk drive.
Spawn behind you, not even around the corner. No, directly behind you. Sorry. What is up with... Wait, are the shadows actually like this?
Wait, did GTA 5 really come out in 2013? Holy shit. Oh, I skipped some dude's donation before. I'm sorry, fuck. My understanding is that many of the problems and bugs came from a development pipeline that didn't support cross-team collaboration, resulted in a lot of duplicated effort or incompatible systems, making bug fixing way harder to deal with. Gotcha.
How much customization is there for vehicles, colors, decals, and performance?
Yeah, so while we don't really have that much customization in the game for the cars, what we do have is different variants of cars.
These are for chooms who love the smell of exhaust and the roar of street wildlife. Their powerful engines and exchangeable parts make them perfect for tuning.
You do not really customize them. What you do, you actually own different vehicles that have been already customized, and you can find...
Oh, hey, that means... Are there customized vehicles? Yeah, of course. Oh, cool. Like, how can you customize them? Well, you see, they're pre-customized. Pre-customized.
Find different vehicles that have been already tuned up.
You know what another word is for pre-customized? Not customized. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.